Ah yes, this time SMG4 explains the animatronic bear's lore through a compilation of skits with the help of the Pink Mustache King. And wait, no Mario? That's a first for the series in a long while. Anyways, this is an episode you can take or leave whether you're a fan of the franchise or not. My favorite moments were all around the first 4 games, Security Breach, and Scott Cawthon's original masterpiece, if you recognize it, that is.
You've been running a YouTube channel for years and now it's time to stop and go rethink your life. Go outside and touch grass. Find a partner or be a useful member of society.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Once again, I'm leaving out the rating, but it doesn't mean I got nothing to talk about. When it comes to basic content released on the channel, mainly the Mario side videos, it's because another reason to target the channel as a cash grab content factory. It doesn't surprise me that this argument comes from the same people who reject creative freedom when it doesn't remind them of the legacy videos. There's an urban legend that Luke despises this franchise because horror games freak him the hell out, or his audience of children demand him to make more Freddy stuff since the original video put him on the map. So this video, along with the Secure Breach episode earlier this year, were made purely for profit, but do they actually have the evidence to back all this up? I'm not denying these episodes and Mario's reaction will get more views than a real video. But to paint this team and all their fans as gluttons or even normies in this day and age implies how little you actually care for this YouTuber to begin with. Even if you explain that you don't really hate SMG4. I don't see your type raving about the glitch channel where they investing revenue into as stated numerous times. But enough yelling into a brick wall. It's time we get into the meat and potatoes this month.
Burrito Supreme, and a Chicken Supreme, and a Nacho Supreme. Supreme, yeah.
The game visits a music festival featuring a spicy twist for the group's wacky antics. Bob and Bookends fight over rapid K-pop, disrupting their respective shows. Mario and Miggy take a look at a familiar group and he gets himself kicked out into Chili Peppers, not necessarily the rock group of the same name. He consumes the pride promoting Port Aura's finest vendor to show up, with whom Miggy crosses paths with again, but he pretends not to know her. Aziz takes a liking to Mario's spice tolerance, which I'm actually jealous of, causing the Ginger's competitive instinct to kick in to win his spice off. Who knows if enough water and TP will be necessary. Luigi and Saiko visit the rock section where she spots Kaizo drumming for the gig and confronts him for some classic rockstar drama, as Luigi gets astral rolled by the concert goers. My guy should file a lawsuit if he stops sharing the dough with his bro. Mario takes the lead in the contest, and all he has to do is eat Aziz's spicy shroom to become the spiciest man alive, making him into overcooked parmesan. After enough diatribe over their favorite genres, Bob and Bookends discover the power of mixing, uniting their styles together without security stopping the fun. Saiko tries to overcome Kaizo's intimidation by playing a song, but it's out of practice with her lack of rage and crowd gets ugly. The B duo chime in to demonstrate their new genre, Bopkincore, to restore the peace by giving Saiko an idea to guest first in their show. Satisfying the audience while Mario lights up the Spicy Man statue, Kaizo's dismay that his ex-partner still has talent even with a different style, as described by Miggy, and she exclaims the festival survived the chaos. Except for the Green Goober. But at least Woodstock or Lollapalooza have some competition now. 7.5 out of 10, a decent addition to Saiko's character arc, but not without its lack of originality. Riddle me this. The festival was introduced to focus on her music as well as her strained relationship with Kaizo, but it's treated as a side plot with the other characters, It's not that they're far from entertaining. He makes her story look underwhelming by comparison, and it would have helped if Saiko was emphasized more. Case in point, the episode should have been called Saiko Gets Lit or The Spicy Concert, but we're on the platform that supports false advertising, sadly. As his appearing was a nice surprise, they did a good job of taking the piss out of concerts, and Mario's just a semi-relevant comedic relief as usual. I would have included a new song for Saiko instead of pulling some obscure vocals, but thankfully we ended up forgetting that later on. As for the next episode, well, hope you like fashion.
You're all like, that'll never happen. And then we'll get all cool and you'll be all like, whoa. And then we'll be all like, in your face. And then I'll be all like,
At the Mario's residence, Luigi's preparing for the kingdom's upcoming awards show. While Mario shows a lack of interest, he forces him to go to the tailor's anyway, but after trying on some tacky outfits, he gives up. So Luigi calls for backup, and we get a montage of Mario trying out his friend's clothes. Meggy pulls up the big gun by calling Heavy Squid to bring in the most get-up ever. At the Mushroom Kingdom Awards, everyone shows their outfits with Mario revealing the cheesiest get-up to ever exist. The crowd laughs at him for it, prompting Meggy to stand up for him by starting a riot. Mario walks out of shame and spots Goku, who he helped from ridicule earlier, and he takes him to another dimension where Mario has to fight a clone of himself representing his ego. The battle goes hard enough to make Super Mario Bros. Z blush. Afterwards, he returns to the auditorium, having learned that clothes don't make the man makes the clothes. His clothing transforms into a supreme suit and blasts everyone in the building against the wall. That brand would be worth the price if their products actually did that. 8 out of 10, it's nothing special on the surface, but the final act is what defines the episode. Seriously, the fight scene didn't need that much action, but it did anyway. On top of the message resonating with me as someone who doesn't dress up in anything faster than a sweater, I pointless nitpick here as it is already addressed, but I thought the original title was too long, shocker. Though I understand they were referencing the meme. A meme that Wannabe 4chan easily claims to be irrelevant when certain memes have been revived over time in some form. And it's possible that guy standing in the street could be no exception. That isn't going to stop the crew from dumping on the internet joke elitism, as well we'll see in the next video.
Is the new weapon you ordered.
Remember when everyone hated Illumination's cash cow? And suddenly overnight internet's all over them? Anyway, the kingdom is seized by those deformed bananas. According to SMG4, they're throwing the balance of cringe and the world off balance, thanks to their latest movie release. But if you ask me, a certain film in the works is really to blame. So Mario goes on a mission to escalate the family pandering species, because as unnerving as YouTube can be, it doesn't cost you anything to waste your time. After hijinks at the mall, Mario pulls out the big guns by borrowing the Infinity Gauntlet. During the fight with a team of Marvel cosplays that could turn on Bob Chapek. One snap later, the universe is once again cringy at its own pace. Gru arrives to pick up his army and wants to steal the moon again, but Mario gestures him at him with a giant laser, and thus ends the Despicable Me franchise. Oh god damn it. 6 out of 10, wasn't expecting a Minions video, but I'm not against it. The plot is alright, the pacing is decent, and a few jokes are really funny. If you can't stand those mascots, then this is definitely for you. For me, the Minions haven't been good since the first 2 Despicable Me movies, and the Rise of Gru didn't do much to change that from what I've heard. The reason why this episode was made was because everyone was dressing up to go see the movie as a way to mock it, kind of like what they did with the Morbius by making up the fake catchphrase. Except it didn't bomb, so their mission of telling Illumination to make better movies on their own failed. Even if they had tickets for something else. I gotta give props to the part where Mario pokes fun at the series itself for being cheesy in its own right, because others took the joke too seriously for their own good because it used footage from episodes they liked. They've been berating current viewers for being cringe for sincerely enough times that all of a sudden self-deprecating is apparently not funny anymore.
Wow! You're an idiot!
But I'm not tagging into another tutorial about this because we got a special this month to close out this video. So let's get on with it. Mario returns to hosting game shows for his pleasure and his friends who he held hostage in the meantime. However, can't survive the organized chaos wins the prize, and we know the drill. So here's some of my favorite challenges: Bob's Web History, Whack-a-Pingus, Manly Mustache Mayhem, Absolutely Nothing, Deadly Rock Paper Scissors, Pin the Tail on DK, Cooking with Miggy, Don't Piss Off Karen, Free Kirby, Sleeping with Waluigi, Watermelon Inspection, and Mario's Illegal Activity. The finale showcases the plumber's insanity on full display as he forces everyone to battle his machine. During this, Saiko and Kaizo make a last-ditch effort for a reunion show, and through the power of a song, everyone powers up to take down the Paisano while she evolves and gains a new look. The gang are impressed with it, and Mario congratulates her for the victory, revealing the prize: a Toller's car. The man can steal studio, kidnap contestants, and even control a big-ass mech, but can't be bothered to grab something nice for a giveaway, and he rightfully gets chased after the others. Saiko and Kaizo have a small heart-to-heart and make a mutual agreement to officially reunite their band, and Mario tells the audience they'll be doing this contest next year, providing he can still get away with everything he's due. 10 out of 10, a delightful revival for the Mario's Challenge videos. In spite of its simple premise, this episode is a fun surprise with enough good entertainment values, lots of creative viewer suggestions, and a home run for Saiko's development. I will miss her pink skin, but her new design fits better with the main cast, which totally makes up for it. Great job to everyone who worked on it, and as well the bonus music video, since it's something not everyone on YouTube would typically do. The main games looks to be a nice contemporary to War of the Fat Italians, which is still going as a new tradition, don't have to replace the old ones. You see as many people willingly complain about the show constantly going. I commend SMG4 for hopefully not giving in to the pressure and continue their in-depth passion into the videos. YouTubers should never cater to their audience alone, especially the ones who are overly critical and pretend they're the ones in charge. Deep down, Luke is still making what he wants, and no amount of petty arguments will ever change that. Looks like summer's on its way out, but at least my favorite season is coming up. At some point I had to accept that drama never sleeps, even when it's related to comedies. As always, please check out my other reviews, and make sure to stay safe out there and in school next month. Peace out!
Turning evil! You are not my friends anymore!